USD, which I believe is about 700 Sing.
Okay, so 750. Yeah, that's still a good payout.
Yeah, ain't bad, especially with the type of event that Ozcraft was like.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go away. Would you... I guess I'll intro LazyTitain if you
Alright.
want to intro Lobo. We have in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right-hand of Triton LE, the blue Terran representing Team Arisen from the Ashes. The top seed from Group B, going up into this best of 5 semifinals, we have LazyTitain.
Beautiful. He's also rocking. Is that a TL skin on his command center?
The decal, it's inspired by TL, definitely. It might not necessarily, it probably isn't called Team Liquid, but it's definitely an homage to TL.
Okay. And spawning on the top left-hand side, he came out second in Group A, but he's still here. We make fun of his Robo. He is Lobo. Right now, going for something that looks rather standard, if I might say.
Yeah, for the time being at any rate. This is a PVT, so he's definitely got some... He'd definitely do a more standard sort of opening, but then diverge into something else.
But it looks like divergence, so he's going for a gateway. Looks like tech.
Well, I mean, you have to go for the Cybercore.
You have to, yes, but some people go gate, cyber, but he's taking Nexus, so...
True.
Macro game.
Yep. Tends to indicate that Lobo is not going to be as aggressive in the early game.
He's not going to throw down his signature proxy Robo just yet.
Just yet. Gonna set ourselves up for a bit of a... I mean, it's the early game, not much will really happen. But Reapers do go out. Adepts are getting chrono boosted. Let's see where this dives into. When is Lobo gonna get his Robo? It's gonna be the question.
Well, he could get it right now if he wanted to. He's got the Cyber. Okay, so the Reaper comes in. Oh, the Adept misses it.
Just misses the Adept. But Lobo turns around. He's gonna commit to the Shade. He commits to the Shade. And the Reaper gets in.
Oh, the Reaper could kill like 2 probes even? That's huge.
Even more if he's careful with his...
He's already killed 2. Or was that on the other side of the map?
I think so. It was the scouting probe, probably.
Oh, that's still pretty good. Okay, he's got a bunker, but he's got...
Bad, especially
wait, LazyTitan's got no... Okay, he's got 1 Marine who's gonna die right about... Oh, the Marine doesn't die. This is huge. Yeah, so there's a depth in the middle.
Yes, it's a little bit out of range here. So I have to be very careful. LazyTitain does. The good news is, since he's not making SCVs on the low ground, he doesn't really have to risk it. And he's not really wasting idle time either, because the orbital command still needs to be made.
Yep. The Adept is sitting right at the bottom of the map. He's gonna go in, but he knows there's
wait for a Shade. Most likely.
Reaper. Oh, can Reaper get one more probe? Probably not. But Reaper's gonna get a full scout and see.
Yeah, but he doesn't really see that much. Now, hold on. Does he?
No, he doesn't.
He did not see.
Oh, Warp Prism.
The Robo or the gateways on the low ground.
Yep, Lobo's Robo is currently unscouted. Is this Adept gonna get in? No, excellent depot raising.
Very nicely done.
Raising a depot is one of the most important parts of StarCraft 2 as a Terran player.
Absolutely. It's, that's one way to get your APM up, is to just raise and lower and raise and lower. And you got nothing else to do, just do that. Warm up your fingers,
can be quite cathartic too.
Oh yeah, it can. That sound though.
Wait.
But it goes boom, boom.
Oh, wait. LazyTitan's going for a medevac job, but he doesn't know about this.
He will now! He will now! The Stalkers are in! And they might be able to snipe that! They managed to!
There goes 10 supply for free.
And Lobo is just looking to exert his pressure.
This is terrible.
Here.
He needs to get the bunker right now. He needs to
snipe a couple of these Marines. Doesn't even care about the bunker. The repair is not out yet. And I think these Stalkers are not going to be able to out DPS this, but they do get quite a few worker kills.
Not to mention the lost Marines
behind this. Look at all this Warp Prism juggling by Lobo, though.
Excellent
Did
play.
not lose a single stalker there. Okay, lost one. But in that, did not lose a single stalker.
Yep. Oh, it's
And
going
this-
in again. They're not in the bunker. The bunker's not repaired.
It's going into the bunker, but the tank is out, and there's no blink for Lobo. He's gonna have to back off immediately. Can't go into the high ground though.
Oh,
If
yeah,
he so chooses.
you can, although he doesn't have blink just yet, but you can still jump in, try and get stem, delay,
And
town,
just
and
use the warp prism to elevate the units.
Oh, he might go for multi-pronged.
That is always an option for sure, and I think multi-prong is definitely going to be the more profitable of the two
Okay, the warp prism's
options.
going to the middle line. He's definitely gonna get.
Yep, and this will definitely pull a few units to the main. I should
Quite
think
a
all
lot.
the bio,
The
most of the bio, essentially.
Oh no, the adepts, they've shaded it with the back, but there's a tank there, but friendly fire.
They do. There's a tank there, but it's actually causing quite a bit of friendly fire.
Okay, 7 workers going down after all of this. The warp prism.
Or even more than 7, I would imagine, with the friendly fire.
Yep, but the warp prism is still alive, still being annoying, and on the side of the back of all this, Lobo has gotten his 3rd base.
Very nicely done. Keeping the pressure up, keeping his opponent contained so he's safe to expand.
Is this tank stuck?
Massively done by Lobo. It is stuck.
Yeah. Okay,
Alright, now he realizes it.
Oh no, but there's another. Oh, the stalkers are back in the main. They're gonna take down some workers.
Back. We'll take out 2, and I think the
Yeah, the tank.
does venture chase away.
The tank.
That's
Doing
not
it away.
bad.
Okay.
Lobo's harass is just about done, but he's just about getting ready to transition out of this. Look at his infrastructure. He's getting so many gateways. His economy is really starting to boom. So Lobo is just gonna get further and further and further ahead in this game.
Also, interestingly, if you look at the income tab as of right this moment, it is LazyTitan's actually outmining Lobo, but again, as you're right,
Those
the
are
longer
pretty
it
good.
goes on. Okay, so what is
Those are pretty good.
realistically, what is LazyTitan's best option to get a hit in this particular situation? Do you think?
Ooh, well, I think he needs to at least kill the 3rd or do some multi-prong. It looks like he is building up to a bit of a push. His stim is completed, so he's just gonna wait on his +1 and build up a little bit of a tank count. If he can push in and kill the 3rd and evacuate, then that will definitely be huge. That will be one way that LazyTitain comes back in this game. But another way to do it is to try to do a lot of multi-prong drops, or just double expand, try to out-greed Lobo's greed. But that's the riskiest of all the options.
He's
That's gonna
effectively
be very hard to
opted-
defend.
I completely agree. He's effectively opted out of the double expand because he's only gotten 1 CC at the moment. You know, Lobo comes in, he gets a
Sure.
full scout. To be fair, LazyTitan also
Alright,
did
LazyTitan's
scan.
pushing in.
Oh, yeah.
Or pushing out, rather. Ooh, but he's gonna beat the army in the middle of the map. But that's only stalkers, and this alerts Lobo. He's gonna have a lot of time to prepare.
He now knows that, you know, LazyTitan wants to get some revenge. Blink, I believe, is done. Yes, so these Titans,
It's just about done.
it's done.
And Charge is already there as well, so this is gonna be very tough for LazyTitan to push into.
Okay, good
Especially
stem,
on
gets
the
a
higher
couple.
ground.
Get 1 at least. Oh, but
By
this is
pushing
so
into
dangerous.
the main, but that's a lot of chargelets.
There's too many charge
Tank
slots, I
count
think.
is up, and he's leaving his tanks completely
anti-armor?
exposed.
Oh, but the anti-armor
Trying
hits
to
the
come
tanks
back,
too.
and he does, and the tanks are out. Stalker's just gonna stim or blink right in, snipes the medevacs, and he's gonna get the bio. His charges will. Each of these stims to try to retreat is just gonna cripple LazyTitan further and further as charge goes off
Oh,
cooldown.
there's also a drop in the main. He lost like
There
3
was
workers.
a quick little warp in. I think we're about to see the beginning of the end here.
Yep, look at the supply.
Look
Cool.
look at Sulai.
Yep, and they're still swiping away the Centurions. They're still, well, that's the name of the skids. They're still chopping up anything that comes out. The army's supply is...
They're kind of Centurion, so yeah.
Yep, but then the
supplies
main
just-
army going into, the bunker's
At
gonna
least
go
it
down
kind
a
of
lot.
just doesn't really... A bit of a loss right now.
He tries to pull the boys, but there's still nothing to do. Ooh, 23 more workers go down.
Look at that force field though. That provides so much zoning here for Lobo.
That looks like the most annoying tent of all time.
Probably is. Playing it safe, but it doesn't really matter. LazyTitain types out, and Lobo is going to take that game 1.
Any feedback on the stream? Yep, that was a good game, definitely, by Lobo. Again, like the games we saw last week, if anybody saw, I think it really came down to that medevac with 3 Widow Mines just getting shot out of the sky.
That was definitely part of it, yeah.
In a heartbeat, his supply dropped from, I think it was 19 to 9. Whereas Lobo's supply was, I think, 17 at that point in time.
For sure. Especially without a medevac, it's just really hard to sustain your army when your Protoss opponent really comes in. But there was just so much that Lobo was doing right as well, making sure that he had eyes on his opponent's army, deflecting that push, which really could have gone pretty bad for LazyTitain. Or could have gone really well for LazyTitain, rather.
It could have. It's a little hard to say, because even when I saw that push, it's not bad. It's got a good chunk of buys, it's got a good chunk of attacks. But look at the other side of the map. There's charge. There's the same number of immortals. There's just better everything.
I think also the position that LazyTitain went for was a little bit inefficient. To be fair, he didn't really know where his opponent was, right? He didn't really know where he expanded.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you setting up the lobby, or?
Yeah, I just been. I can leave this lobby. I just been.
How many people are in your lobby?
Autopilot. None. I've not invited anyone yet.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'll just leave mine.
Okay. Invite the game. That's you. This is.
Sorry. Can I get a second invite?
There, and that's just LazyTitain somewhere around here.
There we go.
Okay,
it's a little bit of an annoying thing with the Blizzard interface, where if you leave a lobby, there's like a little bit of a delay, but it doesn't tell you what the delay is before you can join another lobby. So that's a little bit annoying. But hopefully, look, if anyone at Blizzard is listening, fix your stuff, man.
Or if somebody knows how to make a mod.
That'd probably be for the best.
It leaves a lot to be desired. Like, StarCraft 2 is still so poorly optimized. Again, I'll be critical of something that needs to be critical. Like, they only use one, like if you're running a quad core, I think they only run like 1 or 2 cores max.
Yep. That it does. And that's that's really unacceptable nowadays, because even on budget, on the low end, like say $400, $500 PCs, it still uses quad cores. So that's definitely something that I guess it would take quite a while. It would take a pretty big revamp to improve that, but
it's an old game.
I definitely think that the resources are available.
Yeah, that creates a massive problem if you actually want to get a PC, because most PCs are quad core, most PCs are optimized as such. At the same time, if you want to get something for StarCraft specific, you have to get like a completely different set of specifications, that's right, to run StarCraft like optimally.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old saying, you can run StarCraft on anything, any computer, but none of it will run it well.
Let's hope that some community tech wizards get their hands on that. Maybe they'll do something and hopefully not get sued by Blizzard.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. But I suppose we should probably introduce our players. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of World of Sleepers, we have our blue Protoss. He was definitely one of the favorites going into this tournament, but will he be able to... We'll see what he can really pull off. We have up 1-0 in the specified series. We have Lobo. Being a very bit cheeky.
Yep. Is this the same place he proxied the last time?
I think so. Well,
yeah.
the last time he was spawned at the top side of the map, but
That's
it's
true.
essentially the same.
Alright, so spawning on the other side of the map. Getting proxy gated. In fact, it looks... Okay, spawning on the other side of the map. Getting proxy gated and needing to respond to this immediately. I hope he sees this. It is LazyTitain. Come on, don't get lazy. It's a sleepy map, but still... Oh... No. Okay, so...
Sleepers.
So right, so there's a gateway going down, the cybercore is done, a zealot is coming out the other.
Yeah, still has not been scouted. I think this is a variation to Max Packs build that we're about to see.
So what do you think is gonna come out of this proxy gateway? A stalker probably?
Probably, if it is that Max Packs that we suspected it is. The Reaper is going to see it though.
Not too bad, but what can he do, Bunker?
Well, I think he's going to have to sack this or cancel this CC and start building it on the high ground. Could try to get the bunker, I guess, but I'm not convinced that it'll be out in time.
Maybe with some good micro, but the stalker's almost there. Maybe with a good grenade. I'm very, very optimistic, I know.
Ooh, yep. But Lobo is getting, he's not focusing.
One marine down.
Down to SC, and he's pulling so many more for backup, but, yep, this bunker will about complete.
CC's up. Another zealot's here.
Zealot is here, and that will act as a bit of a tank. Damage sponge, if you will.
Although...
The main damage going down will be from the Stalker.
And
or these two
Stalkers.
Stalkers. It's not a Stalker, but here's the thing, that bunker is a little bit forward, and the gateway units are already in.
He needs to raise the ramp, he needs to raise the ramp.
Be able to get in. Here's put a bit of a reaction. Oh, lowers the depots, but very quickly raises it as well.
He's load again. Oh, he's trying to get the Widow Mine out. Oh, but this is so risky.
He's getting Widow Mine out. He's trying to chase back.
Friendly fire.
It really could, but I don't think it's gonna happen quite yet. Lobo's getting ready though. There is actually nothing here for LazyTitain. So these Stalkers are gonna have a field day. And it doesn't matter if Lobo loses these down. He's just gonna get so much economic damage. There is zero mining coming out right now from LazyTitain.
Oh yeah, he pulled everybody.
One SCV. Absolutely. Everything is pulled.
It's risky, but
Lobo's looking to transition out of this.
Yep, although...
Look at this kiting from Lobo, man.
Beautiful stuff. Man, these Stalkers take a while to die. That
they do when it's one marine. And yeah, Lobo is transitioning to Stargate. He's getting his Oracle, but he might not even need it.
Probably not. Well, it depends. Maybe the Oracle will fly straight into the Widow Mine, but I'm being very optimistic. Okay, so the attack is over to take stock. The Oracle's flying across the map, rocking a wicked skin. The Purifiers. And here we go, the Stalkers, they're right back here. Oh, he's gonna scare all the SCVs back in here. The Oracle's gonna fly in. There's absolutely nothing in the middle line. That is at least 6 dead workers. Even with the pull.
Yeah. This is pretty rough.
But,
getting a little bit distracted though, Lobo is. To focus down that Cyclone, but he actually does manage to get it quite low. And starts one-shot it. GG is called. And Lobo already on match point.
He didn't even need the Robo.
That he did not. Sometimes, you know, we joke about it, but sometimes Lobo doesn't go for that Robo.
I think this was the first game he did not get the Robo. I remember last week.
First one that I can remember for sure.
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about from LazyTitain. Like, let's say you scout the gateway as he did, which is still early enough. Like, I can't fault him for not scouting it. What exactly can you do to try and mitigate the damage?
Well, I think at that point you really have to turtle up on one base. I would say cancel the CC, start building on the high ground. Maybe get a bunker on the high ground as well. But yeah, I don't think that you can defend from the low ground at that point.
So the low ground is just forfeit.
Yep.
You know, take the Obi-Wan approach.
For sure.
Get up there, hold the position, trying to cut off the enemy's legs as he comes up.
It's over!
I have the high ground. Yes, I'm gonna make memes of that every chance I get the opportunity. You know, it's so sad. Like yesterday, somebody was asking me about, well, U.S. politics, and she asked, "Oh, what's the Senate?" And then my response was, Chancellor Palpatine. It's like, who's that? And they're like, damn it! Damn it!
It's always annoying.
What is the Senate? I'm like,
what is the Senate? I am.
And who are you, good sir? What the? Okay,
Shaking
okay.
my head. These goddamn millennials, man.
Yeah, like I actually come to think that movie was 2005, was it?
I think it was like 2001. No, Phantom
way.
Menace was 2001.
No, Attack of the Clones was 2003.
Yeah.
About there. Oh, it's asking for a pause.
Game paused.
Tactical pause, probably.
Alright, a little bit of spike coming out from LazyTitain.
Okay. It's better to fix it now than after the game.
For sure.
Alright. Well, we'll give him a bit of time to try and settle that out.
Yep. Okay. See how this plays out.
So
it's I found something that's actually really interesting that I found out, which I didn't think was it sounded crazy to me, is that there are a lot of players who actually have a VPN on when they play. Like, say, if they know they're gonna play in like an Australian tournament, they'll be like, okay, I'll set my VPN to Australia. Or they'll be like, I'm gonna play on EU, yeah, I'm gonna set my VPN to somewhere in Europe. And to me, that sounds crazy because in my experience, our players are ready. In my experience, it's just if I try to VPN, my ping is actually double.
Yeah.
But these people swear that it actually does lower their ping a little bit.
Like, I do some level of IT, and I'm like...
That kind of sound?
Yeah, we could resume. Oh wait, that's me, right?
You are the ref, yeah.
Okay. And I press...
Game resumed.
Yep.
Okay. Right. So, do you mind if I take Mr. LazyTitain?
Sure.
Take Mr. LazyTitain. That sounded wrong, but never mind. Coming at the top right... No, at the top left-hand side of Ephemion. He's down 2-0. Hopefully he could, show us some good games and get back into it. It is none other than LazyTitain, who is not going for... Okay, he just got a gas. Thought it was going to go gasless.
Yep, going for that Barracks first build. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Protoss already on match point, showing off that he can be very cheeky, but also very standard. Let's see what he does on what could be the final map of the series. We have Lobo.
Fighting! Hopefully one day we'll have that offline finals where we can actually say that and not look weird.
Yeah, I imagine it's just at some point deck. And somebody brings their phone and it's like, alright, hotspot. Mobile hotspot, let's go.
Whoever is doing that with the phone hotspot better have a hell of a sponsorship.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting proof of concept, right?
Very good. It would. 5G is starting to become more and more common. If, somebody wants to sponsor that, or some company wants to sponsor that.
If somebody has a relative working at Huawei, we're open. We will do it. I don't know how, but we'll set up 2 screens, 2 PCs, and we'll run it. Can you imagine that? Playing StarCraft 2 at Void Deck. Hope we then don't get banned by the government. Hey, with the soccer ban, you never know. Dude, nobody knows what you need a permit and you don't need a permit for. There's a profession called lawyers for that. Okay, Reaper getting in. Will he Will he live or will the Adept catch? I think the Adept's gonna catch him, right? Especially with the shade finishes.
A little bit. Oh, look at that grenade!
Oh, beautiful, Michael.
Fantastically done.
So
That
beautiful.
could have been so dangerous for LazyTitain, but he nailed it.
He nailed the Adept. Never mind. But yeah, the Adept is still shading after it, still throwing that shade, probably cursing and swearing while she's at it.
That it will, but he's trying to commit to this.
Oh, he's gonna die after all of that? Oh no, there's a bunker.
Gotten a little bit confident back when, yeah, a little bit confident, or his micro got a bit of a confidence boost with that grenade, but that might be a little too confident.
Well, he's
a little high in this bunker. Oh, he loses the Reaper, and that is so dangerous.
Yep.
LazyTitain did not scout what Lobo is doing, and all Lobo's going for is Lobo's doing Lobo things.
He's going for the Twilight. I can't make that rhyme.
Going for the Twilight, and then after that going straight for the Robo.
Lobo's TC? Lobo TC? Twilight Castle? I don't know, I can't make that rhyme. Oh, okay, but the Robo is here at least.
That it is,
the
and
Adept is
that
still
early
out.
of a blink,
The Adept
this
is
worries me
still
quite a bit.
out. He's got no tanks, right?
He does not have any tanks. He's going to try to go for this Widow Mine drop once again. So he's going to be relying on the bunker for defense, but that bunker's not going to help if Lobo decides to go for a blink straight to the main. We'll see what he does get out of his Robo Bay, and it will be that Observer.
Furthermore, I think that Blink started up as Lobo saw the bunker. So he knows that, okay, you have a bunker, you're going to turtle up, but I could just jump around that all day long, play hopscotch around your bases,
Absolutely.
and just kill you.
For sure. Blink is just about going to finish. Although there isn't that much of a stalker count for Lobo for the time being.
Not yet.
That should change once the gateways do finish, though.
2 gateways being finished, and the Nexus going down. Where's that drop? Okay, so there's a 3 Widow Mine drop flying across the map, heading to the what is this? The 1 o'clock position. Probably gonna head down and drop the natural. But the natural has so many stalkers.
Alright. There are a lot of stalkers there.
And
Lobo right now knows that something's coming for him, so he's just gonna be a little bit defensive before going for his counter push. He already sees his medevac.
Yep, he sees it clear as day. The stalkers don't even need to move. And
they blink straight forward, and 1 mine goes down, or 2 mines go down actually, and this could actually do a little bit of damage. Only 1 probe.
It literally did a little bit of damage. That is the littlest amount of damage you could have possibly done.
Very much. Well, I mean, better than nothing, I suppose.
Well, that's the thing, right? If you got nothing, it wouldn't be
worse.
Oh, look at this confidence. Like, the stalkers are like, we got this. We're gonna move around. He's rocking those Chinese New Year colors.
He is.
All those
That's only a week away now, and yeah, Lobo looking to get a bit of a payout.
I know what
his
he's.
packets.
I'm almost willing to bet money right here, right now that he's gonna put the Observer here. He's gonna.
This is absolutely going to be a blink straight to the main, a blink aggressive.
Yep, he's got a tank that is. It's got some coverage, but he can still go in and do a heck of a lot of damage. Cancel this top.
Yeah,
he's gonna get the Raven. That's 200 gas.
That would be huge.
200 gas gone.
That is 200 gas gone, and that just makes
forfeit too.
Wow, that is. I cannot state this enough. Losing the Raven just will make the Terran army so much weaker than it possibly could be.
Oh, look at the units lost. Lobo, no, LazyTitain has lost like 400 gas, and the other guys lost less than 100. The Observer still being extremely irritating, although LazyTitain should know. Although as of right this instant, you know, with this number of tanks, it's going to be quite hard for Lobo to just break it, but he doesn't have to. The Robos...
He could try to snipe in and snipe 1 tank or 2, but yeah, like you're saying, he doesn't really need to. Getting his Immortals out, he's switching it into his Templar Archive, so it looks like he's going to go for that Archon Chargelet type of build.
Or he could just stop the heck out of Bio if he wants.
That he absolutely could.
Okay, so
you can definitely afford to do that if you're going, or you can definitely afford to skip out on Archons if you're going into Immortals in PvT, is what I say.
Do you play Protoss?
Once again, in team games I play Protoss, but in 1v1 I pretty much just play Terran.
Okay, that's a good save. That's a good save. Okay, Do you wanna hype this up? This fight right here?
Alright, fight is starting to come down. Lobo is very much just buying as much time as he can to his stalkers. That's a quick little siege of LazyTitain, and all of his upgrades are complete. He's got stim, he's got combat shield, he's got his concussive shell, but actually LazyTitain is going to retreat once he realizes how big of an army Lobo does actually have.
As we said, he just nopes right out of there.
Yeah. He's going to try to regroup a little bit, secure his third base.
He's gonna try.
And then try to go for round 2 when possible.
He's gonna fight another. He's gonna fight another 2 minutes. It's not gonna be another day because this is the semifinals.
Yeah, this is yeah, he's gonna have to be very, very careful. This is once again, this is quite possibly the last match of
point.
the. Yeah, exactly. And Lobo as well, he also doesn't want to risk it, even though he can definitely afford a couple of risks here.
Oh man,
Just,
like you know, losing that Raven now is so painful. Like we can see this observer right here. It's sitting on it. It's almost taunting it right there, but I don't think LazyTitain has any idea.
I don't think he does, or even if he does, then...
Oh, look at this line of red going right across the map.
That's a lot of rip packets.
Looks like fire. It's okay, he's got a spotter, something we praised him for the last game. But that's a huge army. It's 109 to 100 supply. And it's got better tech too.
It does have better coverage. This is a lot of chargelets though. And even though chargelets, even though I personally think chargelets are very, very strong, when you have this many of them, they are very inefficient. But the storms are out. And that's another fantastic storm. But I think LazyTitain might actually just have enough. If you can position this well, the storms do come out though in full effect.
Don't forget,
and there's only one storm left.
Don't forget, Lobo has the upgrade advantage.
Oh, he does have the upgrade advantage, but the positioning right now, I think, for LazyTitain is a bit better. He is losing almost all of his SCVs though. Loses that third base.
Doesn't matter, this attack is successful whatever the case.
Oh, you're right in that.
Like, you can write a report to your manager and say, I killed 27 workers. You're not gonna get fired.
I suppose not. This is a pretty good save. He is keeping his tech alive, but he does expose it in the end. I think it's just what
all the army supplies in Benevax that they can't shoot.
That they cannot. Yeah, LazyTitain actually is ahead on army supply, but that's really deceptive.
Yep, it's just this bunch of it's this flock of medevacs that
4,
just
6, 8 medevacs. Ouch.
You should have made some liberators.
For sure. And Lobo, he's just not gonna go for the killing blow. He's out of storms. He knows that his army has been bloodied from that. Could try to end it, but it won't be as decisive as he would perhaps like. So he's just gonna build up a little bit.
LazyTitain, you need to take your medevacs. You need to go. You know, you need to visit this space. You need to drop in. You know, clear out things. Go to the next base and just keep doing that. But he can't really right now.
I suppose so, yeah.
Actually, the minute, you know, it's kind of awkward, right? The minute he leaves his base, you know, a guest called Lobo is gonna walk into his.
Absolutely, he needs to know exactly where Lobo's army is, deal with that, either kill it or force it recall, and only then can he start making moves across the map.
Yep. He doesn't have any hidden, you know, red packets under the ground. He hasn't even gotten those yet. He does have the tunneling claws that he's...
Oh, you're right. That he does not.
More
he will transition to... Ooh! Alright, one goes out, but it is not looking up. Ooh! That friendly fire, though! Look at how many medevacs are now gone. And now Lobo is decisively in the army supply lead. He still has a couple of these storms, and he will go straight for it. Even with this Liberator, I don't think it's going to be enough. Immediately, and GG